Next is the service strategy. So our first So our first phase is service strategy. So what is service strategy? Service strategy is about the selection of the services a service provider will offer to its customers. Service strategy is also about establishment and management of the broadest policies and standards which govern the way a service provider operates. Services are selected so that they provide value to the customers, enable the service provider to capture value, fall within cost parameters acceptable to the service provider, fall with risk parameters acceptable to the service provider. So let me just elaborate what it will comes into the service strategy. So for example, if any of the customer comes and tell your project manager. So if any of the customer comes and tell your project manager that I want to build this and this application, and what all the requirements will be there, and what all the services you will provide. So basically, the service strategy, we have to select, the project manager have to select the services, uh, and the service provider will offer the services to the customers to achieve a specific outcome. The service strategy is also about the establishment and management of the product policies. So some of the policies also get attached with the service strategy. So the service provider will provide best policies and standards to the customers. Business value. Service strategy offers value to the service providers and customers by ensuring. So, service provider also ensures that the services they offer provide value and align with the business objective. Because services, if the service provider doesn't provide the good or the valuable services to the customer, so it doesn't have a good result, right? So they have to ensure that the services they are providing, it will align with the business objectives, it will align with the objectives to achieve the outcome, ensuring that the customers can be charged for the services, or that some mechanism exists by which the services allow the value offered by the service provider to be recognized. So service provider also have to ensure that the services they are provided, it get charged, or they get the value of the offer of the services which they are provided to the customer. Service provider also ensures in the service strategy that the service provider is in the position to handle the cost and risk associated with the services it offers. So basically, what all the cost and what all the risk also, because when we are deciding what will be the our service strategy, then we also have to decide the risk. So the service provider will able to handle the cost and risk which is associated with the services the what it offers. So the key concepts is utility and warranty, value creation, resources, capabilities, asset. Activities include that define the market. Service strategy, we will include all the services, keeping in mind that it define the market, will identify the market space and the customers, formulate the services on our own, develop the capabilities, ensure all aspects to proceed. Next is service portfolio management. It decides what services to offer, what all the services we need to offer to customers. Through the service portfolio management, we can understand why should a customer buy these services? Why should they buy these services from us only? Provide direction to the service design so that they can manage and fully exploit the services into the future. So whenever we are going to perform any design or perform any plan or execute any plan, then first of all we have to make the strategy. We have to think from the customer perspective, that why should the customer these customer buy these services. So we have to first of all demand financial management. We have to manage all of the things. Demand management like ensures we don't waste money with the excess capacity, ensures we have the enough capacity to meet the demand, patterns of the business activity to be considered. Next is the also, it's a very big thing that we have to manage our finances. Reviews all revenue and cost projection associated with the application support team. Create a financial model, budget versus actual. Right? What is the budget and what we are planning, what our actual budget is going on. That will show application support team financial performance. Next is the financial compliance and control. We have to have a very good control on our finance. Okay, yeah. After we have made a very effective and efficient service strategy for the customers, next we have to make a service design. Service design life cycle phase is about the design of services and all supporting elements for introduction into the live environment. It will tell about the design of the services, how we can design the services, how we can support the elements after designing and all, how we can support that elements which is going to be into the live environment. So whenever we make a strategy, we have to implement the design. We have to implement the application, like how will the application be gone into the live environment, and how we can support that application into the live environment. We have to design it. So the business value which service designer offer is, it ensures that the services are aligned with the business objectives. We have ultimate goal is our to align with the business objectives. Ensure that the services are able to provide the utility and warranty required for them to meet the objectives outlined during service strategy. It will ensure that the previous service strategy what we have designed, that the strategy will not get disturbed. It ensures that the service management systems and tools are capable of supporting service offering. Ensure that the service management processes are capable of supporting service offering. Ensure that the services are constructed according to the agreed architectural standards. Ensure that the design has to be implemented effectively are designed so that their performance can be measured. So all these are business values a service design will offer. So the key concepts of the service design are 4 P's. 4 P's means people, process, product, and partner. It is the aspects of the service design. People to whom you are offering this service. Process, what the process you are following up. Product, which product you are making it up. And the partner, who will be the partner in this service when you are making this service design. RACI model is basically responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed metric. So we'll see the RACI model in our next slide. That is this slide. RACI definition is who is responsible, who is accountable, who is consulted, who is informed. We have to answer all these questions. Who is responsible? Who is responsible? The person who is assigned to do the work is responsible. In the service design, we have to think of it. Who is accountable? The person who makes a final decision and has the ultimate ownership. Who is consulted? The person who must be consulted before a decision or action is taken. Who is informed? The person who must be informed that a decision or action has been taken. So RACI model, that is responsibility, accountability, and consulted, informed. These are 4 model. So this comes under service design. Next is service catalog management, service level management. So as you know that this service level management and this service catalog management comes under service design. We in the service strategy we have learned about the demand management, financial management, and the service portfolio management. Right? Demand management. What is the demand, and we have to control our finance and we have to manage a financial thing. Next to the service portfolio management, we have gone through the service portfolio management also, that why should a customer buy these services and why should these services buy from us. So this comes under the service strategy. Next is the service design. So service design contains service catalog management, service level management, SLM, availability management, capacity management, service continuity management, and security management. So we'll learn all these things in our next upcoming video. Till then, bye bye.